Okay, everybody, thank you for coming to BattleDecks. Hope you've been having an awesome day at Podcamp so far. We're going to kick things off pretty quickly here to make sure that we keep in time. Just a quick note, Justin Bieber is trending ahead of us nationally on Twitter, so if you want to use the hashtag PodcampHFX along with BattleDecks, let's see if we can somehow take out Justin Bieber on Twitter today. I don't know if it's his birthday or Belieber's birthday, but anyway, that's what's going on. So we did BattleDecks. We've done BattleDecks at Podcamp before, and last year at the pre-party at the Hub, we had a session, and it was so amazingly awesome. Everyone did such a good job that we just knew we had to show it in front of a larger audience for everybody's enjoyment. So I'm going to hand it over to Katrina Bautista to tell us really quick what BattleDecks is all about.
Okay, great. So that was Ian Conrad. He's going to be my lovely assistant for the rest of this session. The 5 brave people you see standing before you are the people who stepped up, and they're going to do something known as BattleDecks. And what I'm going to get Ian to do is get them to draw their random topic, which also defines the order in which they're going to present. Does anyone know what they're going to present? Good, because you don't know, and neither do they. The whole point of BattleDecks is 15 slides, each 20 seconds. They auto-advance. On the last slide, you will see something like this. It says, in conclusion, in summary. That's their cue to wrap up. We have a set of 3 judges in the front, which Ian will introduce to you in a little while. And they will be judging these 5 contestants based on flow, relating with the slides, and relating with you guys, the audience. So please, when they're asking for your help, give it to them, because they need it. They'll also be judged on a secret thing called awesome sauce and the ability to make it through alive. They are competing for a wonderful prize, thanks to our sponsors. It's going to be half a year of free Netflix. For giving a good show, they get good shows in return. Yeah. So our contestants have drawn their order.
Yes.
So we'd like to introduce you to our wonderful judges.
All right, we have Kyle Racky at Kyle Racky on Twitter. Kyle's a Canadian designer and entrepreneur into UX, technology, startups, and obsessed with Batman. And he says, pitchperfectapp.com. Kyle? Jamie Gerard. Go, Kyle. Jamie Gerard from Verb Interactive. Jamie says, gangsta rap made me do it. He's the director of user experience at Verb Interactive. And last but not least, Ross Simmons, the coolest cool Ross on Twitter. Ross Simmons is an avid bacon fanatic who has been featured in Forbes, MSN Business, and more. He's considered by many to be an extreme coffee junkie with a passion for startups and technology. He loves the hustle, and we're not talking about the dance. He tweets in sleep and may or may not have paid us to say these nice things about him. He did, in fact, not pay us. We love you, Ross. And that's at the coolest cool on Twitter. All right.
Great.
I'm going to hand this over to you guys.
Are you ready? I'm going to get the other participants to please sit down. We're going to have our first participant, and it is... Right. I'm going to pull up his bio, unless... Ian, could you introduce him for us, please?
You mean I put that bio together for no reason?
Oh, no.
Oh, no. All right, Johnny Stevens from Pop Explosion HPX Digital, at Johnny Stevens on Twitter. Johnny Stevens' resume includes sailing around the world in a tall ship, touring North America in a punk rock band, teaching students with more education than him, slinging drinks, and running the Halifax Pop Explosion in HPX Digital. No one bullshits a bullshitter. Bring on the BattleDecks. All right.
Our friend Johnny Stevens here has a talk prepared for you all, and it is about autocorrect. And go.
Good afternoon, everybody. How are we doing? As you can see, I have a lot of experience with no formal education. So autocorrect for me has been a true lifesaver. And in many, many ways, I think you'll find the same thing. You see, when when texting your professor, being a sailor, of course, I swear a lot. My professor now thinks I have this incredible infatuation with ducks. And the ducking that I do of his questions all the time. You see here, I have that I'll talk to anyone about anything. Well, that's true. Through text, I will normally talk to people while swearing. And my phone continually changes the words to duck. I look like a clown most of the time because of it. It's a little tricky to maintain my cool. And I don't mind looking like a clown. I was always the class clown, which is why I didn't go to college. No one would take me. But then I found the need to make sure that... Let me just say that I'm glad my parents don't have phones, because they would also probably hate me for the swearing that I do. I'm really trying hard not to swear because there's a baby right there. I didn't always have the physique that you see in front of me. I actually I texted someone and I swore at them and it autocorrected to something else, and now my body looks like this. It was pretty terrible. I am definitely destined to eternal damnation, and I've autocorrected the word bandana to banana once before. This is a picture of a cat riding a horse. I actually don't know how that got in my presentation. It has nothing to do with autocorrect at all. But it does look like it's wearing a cape, which is cool. Capes are awesome. I wear one sometimes with my son. He thinks capes are funny. Is everything okay? Yeah, I just need some space. You know what? I'm doing my MBA right now. The first thing I did, nothing to do with autocorrect, the first thing I learned in college, my first experience in college, was how to text a whale. Does everyone know how to text a whale? It's awesome. It is the best thing in the world. So getting back to autocorrect here for a sec, just getting serious for a second. One day I will have my revenge when I actually learn how to spell correctly. You can ask Jacqueline about my atrocious spelling. Makes me look like a clown again to all of the staff that I work with. We do have time for questions. Is this the last slide? How could that possibly be a rapid question? Okay. I am definitely a whoopee cushion on this slide. I'm definitely the whoopee cushion, not the car freshener. Autocorrect has nothing to do with that either. I did steal a panda once. And I texted someone to tell them that I stole a panda, and it came across as something completely different. It actually autocorrected to a swear word, which is really bizarre. I don't know how that actually happened. This is very cute. That's very cute. So autocorrect is definitely one of those things that has pervaded everything we do, from iPhone to Word. It's incredibly important. I just wish that the American spellings would stop pervading my Canadian life. Thank you very much. And go duck yourself.
Give it up for Johnny. He took the first bullet in the firing line. The firing line will include 4 more people. Come on. Our second presenter is Catherine Taylor at KTV Knits on Twitter. Catherine is an artist and the coordinator of a leadership conference for youth living with chronic illness. She prides herself in being an advocate and educator in the mental health and disability community, and is a performer with the Make 'em Up Improv's company. So get ready. Hold on to your socks. Hold on to your socks, because she's going to present about...
Binge watching Netflix when your top picks are the topics. This is going to be really embarrassing, guys. I'm betting. Oh, I know a lot about Buffy. Buffy is actually one of my favorite shows. It's one thing that I commonly do for what I call self-care. It's really great for my mental health to watch a lot of Buffy. Have you read the new comics yet? the internet sometimes distracts me from my life's goals. But at the same time, it can help facilitate it, as long as I can bridge that gap. It can be, it's really tough out there. It's really killer. But sometimes you have to just go for it and just do what you love. Cats definitely are one of my #1 inspirations. If you enjoy cats, I highly recommend following me on Twitter. Just a little plug there. Small bubbles. My sorry. In the past, all my different spheres of my life have been in small little bubbles, but now I've managed to bring them together to one big bubble. But sometimes you have to just come home and do what you love. And for me, a lot of that is advocating for my mental health and doing things that are great for my mental health, like having fun and playing with my friends. I really enjoy doing that. Sometimes it's bouncing on balls or watching Netflix or having a silly time. Sometimes me and my friends dress up and we have some fun. I really enjoy those days. Costume parties. Sometimes me and my improv friends get together and we talk about how cute dogs are. And he's looking at me. It's really comforting, though. Whoa, robots. Well, earlier, during a workshop, I learned that robots are everywhere because we're essentially like practically cyborgs now. Did anyone else hear that talk in here before lunch? Did anybody have a question? Hopefully about cats. One, and my roommate has a cat, but my parents have 8. Willie, short for Wilhelmina. No. One day. Before I had a roommate with a cat, though. I actually had a roommate with a bunny. His name was Bun Bun. He enjoyed listening to rap music and donuts. But I've never lived with a meerkat? Never. And I never plan to because I hear they make horrible roommates. But let's get real here again and talk a little bit more about self-care. Sometimes it's great to relax and take some time out, chill out in the pool. I hope you've all taken some time for that this weekend. And in summary, I'd just like to say that it's important to focus on the things that are important in life. That was kind of redundant. Don't focus on those unimportant things because they will just get you down. And in summary, cats.
Give it up for Catherine. Coming to the stage is BattleDeck's 2013 defending champion, Andrew Burke.
Yeah, Burke. All right, at AJL Burke on Twitter. Defending BattleDeck's champion Andrew Burke is a coder, a speaker, and the mind behind StarshipStartHere.ca and Remembery. Woo! He provides win-win-win crowdsourced success solutions, synergies for leading-edge, vertically integrated enterprises in the cloud. He is also the guardian of the secret Dragon Claw motivational speaker move of the Wuxia Temple. All right, and give it up for Andrew.
Andrew is going to tell you about this. The next time someone posts another upworthy viral video on Facebook, show them this shocking PowerPoint. You won't believe this unbelievable thing. Andrew?
Okay. Find this kid thought that he only had a keyboard, but you won't believe what happened when he stood on it. And how much he moved, and his friends as well. You think of them as only seagulls, but in fact, there's a lot more to their hidden secret dangers. You can find out the shocking truth after you like this post. Oh. Doctors hate him. Find out how to recock your shower in 3 easy steps with this one weird tip. Or learn how to fly with your knees while waving your arms in front of a very old cell phone. And it's all just looking up from here. How much up? It's upworthy looking up. It is... 5 ways that this deck is weirder than anything else I've seen all day. The power of animated GIFs. Because breakfast is really the most important meal of the day, especially for enterprise customers who are into win-win scenarios. And waffles. And and you think they're just little cute little birds, but these are in fact your tweets personified and made human. And are you just going to turn them into KFC or not? I mean, are your tweets KFC worthy? That is the question. And it's the cat, and it's all about the Benjamins with the cats, because actually this cat is especially bored of all the Benjamins, because really it's about more than just money. It's also about giving in to your particular sins every so often. Sometimes you have to hold back, and sometimes you just have to let it go and indulge, because indulgence is good. And is there any questions from the audience? I'm really into answering vague questions from the audience with misdirection, such as, look over there! And yeah, at the end of the day, you just have to make sure you are boldly going where no one has gone before. Thank you very much. Is that done? Is that not done? Are we not done? Is that a question? Such a good ending, come on. Because what I'm looking forward to, in the future, 5 different ways that people in the future will be playing really, really old video games in their retirement communities. And possibly freaking themselves out with the 3D effects. But sometimes, if you don't click like on this post, this cat will continue to get sadder and sadder and sadder. And it might even get grumpy. We can't have that. Did you know that Podcamp... Did you know... It's so mind-blowing it can't even be expressed about what the next thing about Podcamp is. And in conclusion, please follow us on Twitter and Facebook and Google Plus and Upworthy, and share with us, and make sure to give us all the likes and all of the social favoriting, and give us all the pluses too. Thank you very much.
Everyone thumbs up if you like that presentation. Thumbs down if you didn't. Ryan Joseph was Famous Folks Agency founder at 25 and president since. He has taken a virtual boutique into a strategic branding and digital juggernaut. Today, Ryan Joseph, who you see here before you, is going to present about when YOLO meets #sorry not sorry. Are you ready?
Do I need to be on the mic?
No, you can take it with you. Go ahead. And here we go.
Wow. So evolution or our dinner? Isn't that our society as it sits today? the Tyrannosaurus Rex, the evil capitalist that we are? Are we not the small chicken of Nova Scotia that's just right here, wanting to get eat down by the big city, trying to change us for who we are? Nobody cares about your stick figure family. Are you fucking kidding me? With that bullshit? You think I'm really gonna start to slow down my car? Because, I just say, fuck it. Sorry? Not sorry. I'm not sorry about that. Oh, you have swag, do you? I bet you that looks great on a resume. Yeah. How about your 6 years experience with dressing well? I'm sure I'm gonna hire you. I don't think so, buddy. Come out here with a fucking bow tie on, a stupid top hat. You're not making it into my company. You don't belong here. I'll shoot you down. I'll shoot you down right now. That's a YOLO. You only live once. Let's all go out and shoot everybody down. And wear masks. And put hats on. Roses are red. My name is Dave. And this poem makes no sense. Microwave. Let's just let that sit for a little bit. Let's let that marinate inside for a little bit. Why a moron like this will put that on his back. Oh, yeah, I've been at a couple parties like this before. They're very interesting. So what you want to do is you want to call at least 10 to 15 girls. You're going to slowly cut down that list on how many of them like watermelons. Then you bring this guy along. He jumps in with the girls. They all have a watermelon party. He's rub-a-dubbing. You got this golden retriever, watermelons, girls. Shit's getting crazy up in here. What is this guy doing? Don't panic. That's the first thing you do when you live the YOLO life, is you never panic. And you never say sorry. Not sorry. He gets it. That guy gets it. Decisions can be difficult. So, if you decide one day to wake up and dress up like a costume hero and enter into society, you're definitely living the YOLO moment. And you're not sorry for it. Oh, really? Exactly. Look at this guy. He's a little scared. Have you ever seen a scared hawk before? Usually those things are vicious. Something must be really scaring the crap out of this guy. He is not part of our movement. He's not part of the YOLO movement. I love to dress up like this every Saturday. This is perfect. Actually, this is what my wife looks like. So this is actually us from our Saturday dress up. And that's how we just go out in the marketplace. When we go to the Halifax market dressed like this, people look at us like, wow, they really just don't care. Question from the audience. Very distinct, the feather count. Thank you, feather count. This guy's getting ready to start the movement, the YOLO movement. He's just getting ready to plunge in. He's just not right there yet. So you just got to give him a little bit of a push. Get him in that tub with the watermelons and the dog. Again, this is a country. This is a rural community member of Nova Scotia. Living with the air, filtering through those big, beautiful dogs. So, in summary, we should all live the YOLO movement. We should all have that sorry, not sorry mentality. We should all raise our chests above and high and wide so that we can take on anything as Nova Scotians. Thank you.
Okay, and finally, we have Chris Campbell on Twitter at BitDepth. Chris Campbell is fueled by coffee and powered by oatmeal. Chris slings slides and shares knowledge every day. Twitter keeps him focused and concise. His classroom bottles his energy, but at Podcamp, the fearsome competitive fire is lit. Tremble before his subtle improvisation.
Everyone ready? Your socks still on? Mine's not blown yet. Well, get ready. Here's Chris's topic. Measurement ain't everything. What big data means for my eharmony.com profile.
Well, I'm really looking forward to this because, I mean, one of the things that's really important to have a good eharmony.com profile, because the thing is, it basically determines what is going to happen, you know, when you meet people, right? And if you're straight and you're male, it's ladies that you're going to meet, right? So you need to have like a profile that works really well, that attracts people, that gets people interested in you, people who want to like be involved with you, right? But I mean, the other thing is to try to get your profile to show up higher, you need some SEO, right? So you need to make sure that you get people interested in you by using the right words, right? There's some words that are triggers, there's some words that work well, there's some words that don't work well, right? So, and then the other thing too is like, you know, sometimes when you're feeling desperate, right? Things aren't going well, and then, you know, so then sometimes you might want to go towards the animal kingdom, but you know what? You don't want to do that. That's not a good thing to do, right? It's really important to you know, to stay inside the box, right? To stay inside the box within you know, your particular area of the animal kingdom, right? So stick with mammals, stick within, you know, the human race. You know, it's very important. So, but the other thing too is, you know, like choosing the username becomes really important, right? Because like that can reveal a lot about you as well, you know? So if you're something like Surf Ninja 45 or, you know, like pedophile 267, you know, something like that, that can't be a good thing, right? Because people make judgments about those names that you choose. So it's really important, you know, to be able to tell, you know, if this is working or not. And so all the time that you put into it, you have to make sure that you're getting something valuable out of that. So that is really important. You know, and if you're doing a word cloud, you know, using the data that you have, right, what you're talking about, you know, so you're finding out a lot of things about people, like the music they're interested in, the type of food they're interested in, type of potential partners. Okay, yeah, but let's have a question now. Are you single? No, I'm not, but I think I might be soon. And so actually responsive design becomes especially important when you're dealing with interacting with other people, right? Because you want to be a responsive partner, you want to pay attention, be attentive, be gentle, ask people what they want, what they like. So that's part of responsive design as well. And then, I mean, the other thing too, it's important to eat well and to celebrate, you know, like someone's birthday, take care of your pets, you know, treat them well, and have healthy treats that they enjoy eating as well. And I mean, just to be happy. I mean, who wouldn't be happy to have a dog like that? But you know, the other thing too is like when you're, you know, after you celebrate, you know, then you have some alone time and you're thinking about what things to do, right? And so then you'll search, and then I mean, you know, you just sort of wonder. You look, you check on Google to see like if you're trending or not, find out what's going on, and then I mean, you can never go too far wrong, you know, when you're not sure what to do, than to have a cup of coffee and to stimulate your brain with that. And then the other thing too, it saves a lot of time if you have a larger cup of coffee, so you don't need to refill it all the time. But that's the thing. The other thing too is like dealing with miniature ponies or larger horses, right? You have to make sure you have something that's appropriate for you, right? You need to have the right size. So it's the same as finding a partner, right? Too big, too small. You want something in the middle, right? Just right. So as Captain Kirk showed, right, it's really important to, you know, like at some points in time, you do want to explore strange new worlds, you know, seek out new life and new adventures. But and that's really important, especially when you're dealing with eHarmony, trying to figure out what's going to go on. So really, the way to use the data is to incorporate it into yourself and to really bring a lot of it into your heart, and then share that love with the rest of the world.
I'm sure you feel the love. Let's all feel the love here in the room. Is he going to get love from the judges? Let's find out.
Well, it was a very narrow margin down between a couple really strong contenders. Everybody did amazing, but the judges, we've all decided that, Chris, you're the winner of Battle Decks.
Yay!
Thanks very much. Big hand for our judges. Big hand for everyone that participated. Come on up on stage. Yeah. Thank you to Katrina for putting all this together. And for our sign language interpreters for making this super accessible. And Chris, we will talk to you after with your prize.
Like everything in the digital world, there's not a thing that you can actually touch about this prize. It's going to get emailed to you, so.
E-prize.